Good morning, sports fans. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web all over the world at WLCNonline.com. Scott Kirby along with Joe Ryan and Jake, the furniture guy, Johnston, and Porky Thornton, who we'll get to here in just a minute. But first of all, Jake, you got some big deals going on here today.
Big deals.
Big deals.
Really?
Really big deals.
Okay, we told the people that we'd have them. Why don't you just go through them?
I'll go through them here. We got 3 deals that you cannot pass. Well, actually 4, because you just threw one in.
I threw an extra one in there.
And
just a little incentive.
These deals go till noon?
You know what? We'll honor them till the end of the day today only, though.
All right. So you listeners, get on out here to Jake's Furnishings. The first deal of the day is your choice of recliners, big man's camo or a leather recliner for $3.99. Regular price $6.99.
Correct.
That's pretty
nice.
good.
That's one.
That's one.
That's number one. That's geared more towards the gentlemen of the crowd, but I guess there's some ladies that like the camo as well now.
Well, with football season,
it's right there, and that's
everybody
exactly
needs a recliner.
Yep.
The second big deal of the day. Dun dun dun
dun dun dun.
That's where Jim's supposed to hit a button where we get that thing.
We need some sound effects. Leather double reclining sofa at $4.99.
$4.99.
Regular price $7.80.
Lifetime warranty on the framing mechanism. Stopping today.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
The third and final. Well, not the third and final, but the third.
We'll say it's the third and final, but there's a bonus.
The bonus.
Oh. Ding, 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 ding.
A wood chest drawer with marble-looking top for $200. Regular $450.
It's a marble look top. Yeah, it's normally a $450 chest.
$200.
It's a solid wood chest drawer. So
nice.
Well, yeah, if we want real marble, it'd be like $900, Jim.
You could tell our listeners it was real marble, and they wouldn't know when they got home. Well, but that's not what we're doing out here at Jake's Furnishings.
This is Jake's Furnishings. This isn't your general.
Your general appliance store.
Exactly.
And the bonus deal of the day.
Dun dun dun.
Your choice of recliners for $199.
Yeah, I think there's about 3 to choose from on those. So.
Well, I was going to say, I'll choose one of those leather ones for.
He's trying to
Wait
choose,
a minute.
but there's select colors.
There's select recliners, because I could have got a better deal on the big man camo.
He was. I think Scott already had his mind made up on which one he was buying for $199.
Yeah,
Hoser.
Technically, Tammy will be out here soon to write the check for you.
That's right.
Exactly.
And
she on her way?
That thing's rubber. That's bouncing right out.
Doesn't matter what you have in your house; it's a pain for them to come get it.
That's right.
So $199 recliners and more.
Yeah, get on out here.
Good time to kick off a football season is by getting a chair you can kick back and enjoy while you're watching a game, eh?
And that deal is all day today. And how late you open?
Till 5.
10
to 5. We're not even open yet. These deals are so hot, we're not even open.
Yeah. There's 7, 8, 9 people standing in line over there to get in. So if you're coming out, you better hurry up and get out here.
Yeah. Come in hot.
You're not making any money today, that's for sure.
Not on those.
No.
I'm hoping my salespeople will upsell a little bit.
Paying it forward a little bit.
I'm not saying nothing, but I'm a much-for-profit organization. We've got to make some money.
All right, well, let's get back to sports here. We'll go over those again here towards the end of the show, just because some people may not be awake yet. They may not turn us on until 9:30.
I disagree.
No?
I think people wake up with the intentions of listening to this show.
I think you're right.
I picture children waking their parents up, moving to the old school radio in the living room, turning the dial, just 15 minutes early to make sure we're on.
It used to be cartoons, not anymore. It's the Cheap Seats.
It's the Cheap Seats.
All right, well, Porky,
featuring Joe Ryan.
We got Porky Thornton in with us again. Good morning, Porky.
Good morning.
And Porky's with the American Legion Baseball Association, I guess you say.
Baseball club. It'd be a baseball team here in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we had you in at the beginning of the season, right? When you're getting ready to tee it off, as we would say in golf.
Right.
And you're so can you tell us a little bit about the 2014 season? How you did this summer?
Well, it was disappointing in a way. We didn't have a number of kids that we thought we'd have. The kids that we had played really hard. They enjoyed the time out there, but there were a lot of circumstances, things that went on all over the place, not just with us, but with a number of teams around the area. That
Legion teams.
Legion teams, right? Legion teams.
So when you say some issues, I mean, what are some of the issues that are facing summer baseball for Legion?
Well,
everywhere.
Yeah, and it's everywhere. It's not just here in Lincoln. It's everywhere. The kids are opting to go to a different type of baseball. It's they call it travel ball. Well, we travel too. So just that. Some of those kids have decided to go to these exclusive teams and hoping to catch lightning in a bottle, I guess. It's forced some teams to fold up. Pekin folded up right before the season started. Pontiac was a few days before that. Ottawa, Streeter folded up. Champaign folded theirs up. I mean, a number of teams folded up primarily due to that.
And because the kids are playing in other events.
They were playing in other places.
Are they playing other sports, or are they playing other baseball teams?
A combination of the two.
It's a little both. Because you get a good athlete, there's a lot of things for him to do.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Well, there was a story, in the paper not too long ago, that the Legion will be alive and healthy in 2015, and you're going to make some changes, or what are you going to do? How are you going to help what are you going to do to keep the numbers up, or what do you need from the community, or...
Well, we get support from the community, and we get a lot of support from within the Legion itself, obviously. But some of the things we had done in the past, so we're going to change. We're going to put the team together this fall. We're going to ask the kids, invite them to play. If we have an abundance of kids that are interested, we'll have a tryout over a weekend, whenever that may be, probably toward the end of September, maybe early October. We're going to form the team early. We're going to get into some tournaments. We're going to host a tournament, at least try to beef that schedule up and try to keep those kids here in town as best we can.
Is there an opportunity for the Legion baseball team to play like teams that aren't Legion associated? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, there is, and some Legion teams do that. We don't, and most of the Legion teams do not play non-Legion teams. Because as far as we're concerned, that's the organization we belong to, and that's who we play.
So when you say you're going to form up a team, what are you talking about? Where's your recruiting area?
Well, our recruiting, you're entitled up to 3,600 enrollment for grades 10, 11, and 12. You have to have a base school, which obviously Lincoln is ours. And then you can take the enrollments for grades 10, 11, and 12, totaling up to 3,600. As far out as you could go. I mean, as far out as you would desire, as long as you're underneath that enrollment limit. So there's a lot of people out there that a lot of kids in that area.
And this team is funded how?
Through the Legion. I mean, we fund it. We have our breakfast once a month. We charge a participation fee, and we accept donations.
Does Sal have something to do with that or no?
Sal has a lot to do with that.
You got to throw them out there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's Sal Commander, by the way. But a great bunch of guys. The Sal does a lot. All three branches of the Legion do. The Legion itself and the Sal and the auxiliary. They all jump in and help with this whenever we need something.
So if you want to. This year's team, how many kids did you get on it, and what were some of the? I guess let's dig into the heart of the problem. It's just not having enough kids, and
we ended up with 16 on the roster. That was a little misleading because three of those were guys that we put on there right before the deadline, which was July the 1st, and we needed bodies. We went out there with 13. We had a couple kids that ended up getting jobs. Which was fine. They played when they could, and you can work around that kind of thing. One got hurt, and he was basically done, and we were struggling day to day to find 9 guys to get out there. We finally put those 3 on the roster there, like I'm saying, toward the end of June, and that's what helped us. We had them through the tournament that way.
So some of these. What changes would you like to see? I mean, if the Legion's going to succeed here in town, I mean, how's that going to happen?
Well, one change I'd like to see be the IHSA quit all the summer stuff that they allow, but that's never going to happen. We're getting out there. We're going to be more competitive and try to recruit these guys to try to stay here in town instead of going out of town. And the bottom line on that is, if you can play, they'll find you. That's how simple it is, and you don't need to go chasing that rainbow. If they stay together here, this could be a real good ball club. And it's not just with Lincoln. It's Bloomington lost their team many years ago, and they've got a big organization up there. I'm not even sure what they're called, but Bloomington, Champaign, Decatur, Springfield, Jacksonville, they all had Legion teams years ago, and they don't have them anymore because these other teams have started up, and they do things that we didn't. We're going to do it. We're going to go to these tournaments. We're going to go to that one in the Metro East area down there next year. That's a big one. And we're going to try to host one here, a small one. We're not every time we've ever hosted a tournament, it rains. But we're going to put something together here, and do some of the things the kids want. I mean, they want to play more teams. That's what we're going to have to do, but it's going to involve a lot of travel.
Yeah, when I was a kid playing, and I was recruited nationally when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, and I kind of dropped off once they figured out I wasn't any good.
Yeah, that was when you had those like flat gloves. You might have used a milk carton, didn't you, for a glove?
Yeah, we didn't have bases and stuff. You just ran out to an area that you could be called. It depended on whose dad was, umping second base, whether you were safe or out. But is all this travel and exposure and all that stuff? Are we having more kids? I guess what I'll say. Grab baseball scholarships, get drafted, do whatever because of the travel baseball. Because this all came in how many years ago? I mean, when I was a kid, you played everybody in town, and you went to the Dairy Queen, and all the other teams were there, and everybody knew each other. And now it's really, it's like the internet. They all thought the internet would bring us closer together, but really all it's done is had everybody go off in their different rooms and stare at their computers or get on their phones, and everybody in the car doesn't talk. They're on their cell phone. And that's what summer baseball kind of did that, as I, grew out of it and then had kids come into it. It seemed like everybody was running in a different direction.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. Everybody used to stay here in town. They would, you'd play each other like you're saying, and you still played baseball. Baseball is baseball. It doesn't make any difference where you play. The bases in Lincoln are 90 feet apart, just like they are in Springfield or Peoria or wherever else they want to go. And, if you can play, they find you. Now, I know there's this... I understand, somebody gets asked to play, hey, some team in Springfield or Bloomington or whatever asked me to play for them. I understand that. I mean, wow, I get, these guys found me, I want to get to play. At the same time, if they would stay here, and all those guys that left would stay together, man, you'd have a really pretty good ball club here. And then all of a sudden the word gets out, hey, you ought to go see those guys in Lincoln. That's a pretty good team down there. I mean, we hear it, with the other Legion teams, and of course I've known these guys for years, like the word got out about Mattoon and Rantoul. Said, boy, those guys got 3 or 4 guys that might be worth looking at. Galesburg was the same. Well, Galesburg right now is in the National Regional over in Terre Haute. And, it's just the way it is. I mean, if you can play, they find you. And you don't need to go chasing that and spending a lot of money, more money than what you need to.
Well, something we're talked about a little bit this summer is our rec leagues are down to nothing nowadays. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many parents, I know a ton of parents that are, of course, their kids, daughters, boys are in baseball, softball. They're traveling all over Guys Green Creation. They actually don't like it. They enjoy the competitive edge of it and whatnot. I'm wondering why we don't have a Legion baseball team for, that's our elites, and then the rest of them, keep them localized and get them better in our homegrown area, get them ready for school ball and whatnot, because really that's what it's about. In my mind, baseball and softball is not a club sport. It's not going to help you get scholarships like that unless you're at an elite level. Well, as you're saying, it's getting watered down to a point where you're sending good teams places, but it's not doing anything for the kids. They better produce during the school year. Otherwise, it's not doing anything. I don't know. It's an opinion I have, but I think the parents need to look at keeping the kids here, like what you're saying, and get them focused on baseball, not travel.
Well, yeah, and you look around at these other teams that are out there now. Back when I started in 1980, I'm talking about before that. You had Bloomington and Champaign. Urbana had a team. Rantoul, Mount Zion, Decatur, Springfield. Everybody had a Legion team, and that was it. And those were the premier teams. Now some of those towns have got 4, 5, 6 teams that are all this exclusive stuff, and they're all equal. So nobody's gained anything by that, and if you look at it that way, say I got a great experience doing it, well, good, I'm glad you did. But, you know, if you leave on a Thursday night, you say you're going to Cincinnati for a tournament, you're leaving on Thursday night, you know, you're spending Friday and Saturday and Sunday eating at McDonald's, and nothing against McDonald's, but I'm just saying, you know.
Are they a sponsor?
But I'm saying, I don't know if they are or not.
And we're back.
But, you know, nothing against that, but then they get home on Sunday night, and all of a sudden they got to go to work, and they haven't been able to cut the grass, do the laundry, nothing. I mean, it's a long weekend for these people. They're spending a lot of money, and if you just say you're still going to play baseball regardless of where it is.
Right.
Well, so as you talk about that, how's the Legion work with the local youth program? I mean, are you working together on this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we work together as best we can. I mean, you know, obviously we're the older kids. I mean, we've got the older high school kids. For several years, we had a junior team, and we decided to drop that team, you know, and go strictly with the older kids. Well, then the other team started up, and they took some of those kids off that roster, and it ended up we were a little bit short, but it just happened. You know, there's nothing can be done about it now, but we're going to try to resolve those issues. You know, and of course, then some of them that left town, and you know, we want to get them back in here and want to keep them here in town.
All right. Hey, so that was good. What do you think it's going to take to have these players stay in Lincoln?
Well, it's going to take a lot of work on the Legion's part, and it's going to take some, you know, some desire for those people to stay here and to give us a chance to prove that we can do this thing the way that they want it done. You know, there's some things that aren't going to change. It's just the way it is. We're the Legion team. We're going to stay the Legion team. We've survived other things in the past, and we'll survive this too. You know, one thing I heard mentioned that they wanted better competition. Well, I understand that, but when all of a sudden you don't have those teams like I mentioned before that were, you know, 45-minute drive, now they're an hour and a half, 2 hours to go play a doubleheader someplace. That's a lot of road time, you know, and just the way it is. I mean, we're going to have in these tournaments, that'll take up 3 weekends. We've only got 6 weekends to work with, so that'll help out by getting them in those tournaments. And you know, during the week we'll just have to do what we can. You know, we'll schedule these guys as close as we possibly can, but still going to take some, you know, some road time out there.
Well, when you talk about tryouts, who would that be? Like, who's the Legion baseball committee?
Well, it's a 7-member committee within the Legion, and we resolve the issues. It's a think tank as much as anything else. We've had issues pop up in the past, and you know, we had a meeting here in early June, and quite honestly, we discussed whether we should try to continue the season, and we decided we were going to go ahead with it, and I'm glad we did. The kids that played for us, I'll tell you this: those kids out there gave me renewed faith and hope in the future of this country. Those kids really, really enjoyed themselves. They were respectful. They played hard. You know, they just had a good time. And that's what it's about. If you're not having fun, it's not worth going out there. And you know, as the Legion, we want them to have a good time and have a good experience. And one thing I would hope that everybody would understand as far as the Legion goes, the Legion is made up of veterans, you know, who defended this country and gave us the opportunity to do what we're doing as Americans. At the same time, what those Legion guys out there, all those Legion members are doing is asking these kids to represent them out there, represent Lincoln, represent the veterans, represent Lincoln and the Legion, everybody. And that's kind of the charge that we look at it. You know, hey guys, I mean, you know, we defended you. How about representing us? You know, and it's a little turn around, but that's what those guys did. They gave of themselves, and now they're asking them just a little bit back. You know, hey, we want you to go out and play and have a good time, and be competitive and give it your best shot.
Well, Porky, Michael, I'd like to thank you for being on.
Being professional now, or?
Well, yes, this is a professional show. You know, you got anything else you want to tell us? I mean, anything we're leaving out, we're missing? You know, as far as that goes with Legion baseball?
Well, no, other than I hope everybody, you know, sticks around town. I mean, we're doing our very best to do that, and we'll recruit from our area. we get kids from the area as well as from Lincoln. We've always tried to give the Lincoln kids the edge every chance we can, because it is Lincoln. That's not taken away from the out-of-town kids, but those guys are entitled. They're within our recruiting area, and if they're good enough to play, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we take them? Just because say Lincoln High School is limited to the districts that feed into it, the elementary districts that feed in. Well, they get from there, and they're limited to that. We're limited to 3,600. It's a bigger area. Why wouldn't we take what we're entitled to?
Now, Porky, people that are interested in trying out, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call the post, or they can give me a call if they want. It's, they can call a post out there, and the word will get to me. I'm in the phone book. I'm not hard to find.
You know the post phone number?
They even have phone books anymore?
They have some phone books.
Can they Google
Did he say phone book?
What's a phone book?
I am not hard to find. And,
we'll have to try to Google him.
Yeah, well, we are going to get out here in the next few days, and we're going to start recruiting. And we're making it well known. That's what we're doing. It's not a secret. We're going to put this team together. The best, at least the basics of it, here this late summer and early fall, and go from there.
All right. Well, that's.
Interesting stuff, Porky. Thanks, or Michael. Thanks for being on.
Michael Thornton, thank you for coming in.
I appreciate the time, guys.
Yeah, that's Mike Thornton. That just doesn't roll off your tongue like
it does.
No, it does.
And the people are like, "Who's Mike Thornton?"
Yeah, we'll have people confused.
Yeah, Porky Thornton. So, if any kids interested, and what's the age group, real quick?
You cannot turn 20 in the calendar year in which you play, and we don't take grade school kids, obviously, but high school, and you can't turn 20 in the calendar year in which you play. So there are college freshmen out there.
I just build these up.
Yeah.
All right, so give Porky Thornton a call if you're interested in playing some Legion baseball next summer, and they're going to start these groups up in fall. So get on out and try out and support your local heroes, your American Legion.
Hey, don't forget those veterans out there, man.
Absolutely.
Those guys gave a lot of their lives, a big part of their lives so we can preserve the way we live.
Absolutely.
And we apologize. I don't think we told our listeners that our phone lines are down. So if you've been trying to call.
Now they're up.
Oh, they're back up and running.
737-3791.
And we're back.
And we are back. All right, we got to take a commercial break. We come back. We're going to talk some fantasy football. We have a local legend, Geoff Alexander, going to be in with us. Geoff. And he's going to let us know what he's been up to, where he's been, what he's doing. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com.
I know you dance to this. I'll bet our guest used to dance to this. Clubbing.
Jeff can dance.
Oh, yeah. All basketball players can dance.
Good morning. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. We are outside at Jake's Furnishings. We mentioned his deals going on earlier.
Deals.
These aren't even deals. These are steals.
It's giveaways.
Steals.
As close as I could do to give away stuff.
It's almost to a point where he's reaching into his wallet and giving you money to come get furniture.
What if we just wanted the money?
Yeah.
Well, I think you already know the answer to that, Joe.
Hey, before we forget, guys, we do have our second annual Fantasy Football Challenge coming up. We're going to shoot to have that September 11th.
September 11th.
I know it's the week after the season starts, but
my daughter's birthday.
And your daughter's birthday, and that's another reason why we're going to have it that day. Just because I know she's really into fantasy football.
She loves fantasy football.
But
at 4 years old, she is borderline dominant.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and we got Labor Day weekend coming up, and I know you're going to be out of town for a couple weeks, going to Vegas.
There's things that people need to learn, and I'm willing to teach.
So we're gonna shoot for September 11th. We'll have more information probably Monday, and then next show, and give you all the info on that. It's basically the same format as last year. We're gonna take probably 12 teams. I think when we go with 12 teams this year, do we have 10 or 12 last year?
I think we had 10.
10? We could go 12 teams easy just because of the format. And then prizes will we'll reach into the Jake's Furnishings prize vault and see what he can offer. It may just be a pillow because he's giving stuff away today.
I was going to say,
I don't know what he can afford.
Well, those recliners, I'm giving, that's the way to go right there.
All right.
The recliners are the big deal, I think. Well, maybe that sofa.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll have more info on that at a later date, but we're getting it all set up right now. But right now we have Geoff Alexander in with us. Good morning, Geoff.
Morning.
Those of you that don't know Geoff, live under a rock. He's
Geoff, right?
You graduated
Geoff.
What, 90?
95.
With the greatest class
That's right.
in the history.
Is that you graduated with him?
Yes, I did.
Really?
95.
Greatest class
Did
in the
you know
history
him,
of
or was he?
Lincoln
I
High
did.
School.
Was he like in the geeky corner?
No.
Because he said he played baseball.
This is how bad it was. I cheated off of Geoff like 3 or 4 times.
That is bad. That's very
it was
bad.
rough. Jeff was cheating off. I think it was maybe Chrissy Roach, and I was cheating off of Jeff. So.
I don't know. We need to talk about that on the air.
Well, they might come get your diplomas. They might shut your store down. But Geoff, I know right now you're coaching college over in Evansville. Just let the listeners know what you've kind of been up to since 1995. It's been a long road and traveled all over the country, literally.
Yeah, I've just finished our second year in Evansville, which has been a great time. We've our families really enjoyed it there, and looking forward to another year with Coach Simmons now. Before that, I spent 1 year at Eastern Illinois. That was a quick little stint there, basically 10 months. And then prior to that, I was with Coach O'Brien, who we were talking about earlier, for 5 years out in Idaho.
And he was at Lincoln College.
He was. He I don't know how many years he was at Lincoln College, but 5 or 6 years maybe.
Pocatello, Idaho.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah,
very good guy.
Good guy.
Before Pocatello, you were in Daytona.
Yeah, I spent 3 years down in Daytona, which we really enjoyed.
Yeah, and so did we.
Yeah.
We go from visiting him in Daytona Beach, and then he moves to Idaho. Who does that?
Well, probably somebody that doesn't want so much family coming around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
there's no doubt.
If you move someplace that's not very nice, they won't come.
That's right. That's right.
And it worked. It worked.
I mean, you read into that any way you want.
Yeah.
We used to see Scott every year, and then go out there. We didn't see
Nice
him.
move.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a long. That's a long way out there, and
It is a long way.
Before Daytona, you're in a little town, Jacksonville, Texas, and
I was in Jacksonville, Texas,
and nobody knows where Jacksonville, Texas is. That place was. I'm just gonna say, wow.
Yeah, that was an experience. Another 10-month stint. So
Thank
it was
goodness.
quick, and got to the beach.
Got to the beach.
In those small stints, did you have children yet or no?
No.
So
No, Eastern Illinois, I had 2.
You had 2?
Yeah.
It's tough to move them all around.
Yeah.
Well, you had them out in Idaho, though.
Yeah,
Braylon
that wasn't a quick stint.
Yeah, you were there for a while.
Yeah.
And to back up just a second, the head coach at Evansville, Marty Simmons, he was Mr. Basketball, right?
Yeah.
State of Illinois. I remember.
Yeah, I enjoy, obviously when you recruit, you get to tell the backstory of your boss and what he's done. And he's obviously had a lot of good times and a lot of good basketball. Mr. Basketball. And Lawrenceville, big red machine.
That's right. He had played with Duff or no? Mike Duff? You ever heard that name?
I don't know. But he, went on and played for Bobby Knight for 2 years at Indiana, and then transferred with Coach Cruz when he went to Evansville, and had 2 great years down there, and the rest is history.
Well, we're going to do something right now real quick. We got a couple of Knights Action Park tickets to give away. Phone line 737-3791. If you can call in and just tell us a memory of if you got the pleasure of watching Geoff play basketball, make it clean and good. I mean, we are on the air. Just tell us a memory or something that stood out to Geoff. You watching Geoff play, and you're going to
from the basketball court.
From basketball court, yeah. We'll keep it on the court because nobody wants to know what happens off the court.
Yeah.
For 2 Knights Action Park tickets. Nick, if you're listening, I'm sure you have a bunch of stories, so keep them clean, and everybody wants to see you at Knights Action Park, Nick.
And we know you're just riding around in that pickup truck with the winders down.
Winders. So give us a call, 737-3791. Give us your favorite memory, and you're going to have 2 Knights Action Parks, a value of $60, and you could probably go today and be the only one there. Not a good day to go swimming.
I'll give you a memory while we're doing nothing, but I know I've told you this before. I can remember, was it when you were a senior, who were those guys you played with? Like, who was your starting five?
Jeremy Bruce, Jason Osborne, the Osbornes.
Yeah, both of them were there.
We've got a caller.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, we got a caller. Go ahead.
What's up? Hey, it's Ferris.
Oh, I figured that. Ferris, keep it clean, please. You're going to kick us off the air.
Well, I'm pretty sure Geoff doesn't want me to tell any stories that I know, but I will tell you there was a couple stories that I'll tell you real quick. First off, ask him what he did, and ask him what his first job coaching in Jacksonville, Texas was. What sport? You're leaving that out.
Oh, yeah.
I was the head volleyball coach.
Head volleybball coach.
Yeah.
Didn't know
one thing.
Anything about
I had
volleyball.
no clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
No, he never did. He had not a clue. Quick story is he had some girls call him wanting to come to school from Spain or one of those countries over there that didn't speak English. And he was driving down the road, and they were babbling on. He didn't understand them, and he handed me the phone. And I did a little talking with it, but that's another story. But my favorite Geoff Alexander story is there was one night, it was either in the regional or maybe just an end-of-the-season game. He missed 2 free throws at the end of the game to win it. And that same night, Kewan Garris did the same thing for Illinois. And the next day at school, we were calling him Kewan, and he didn't talk to us for like 2 weeks. It was pretty priceless. Probably the only time he hasn't talked to us, but ask him if he remembers that.
Well, there's quite a few times where I missed some free throws. So
they all bunch together.
Those go together.
All right, see ya.
All right, Ferris. Yeah, you can pick up your tickets here at Jake's here, right?
Pick them up at Jake's.
Pick them up at Jake's, Ferris. Take Mason to the Knights Action Park. Go down the slides with him.
Steve will look perfect right next to we'll wash him.
We'll get him some medium swimsuit and send him over there to that Knights Action Park.
So, Geoff, now you got a family. You know, you got 2 little girls and a boy in Evansville.
And a wife.
And a wife.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to mention the wife.
And a wife.
Good thing we're on radio.
Tell us what you're big in recruiting. Tell us how the recruiting process goes. How do you find those kids that, I mean, you want to go look at? You've been all over the place and even overseas. How does one find a kid that fits your program that you want to go out and talk with this individual?
Maybe like a Gavin Block or something.
Yeah. Well, we obviously amongst our staff we have guys we talk with frequently, AAU coaches, high school coaches, runners, you know, guys that are attached to these kids, whether it's, you know, in the United States, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in South America. We've got guys all over. So basically you start off with conversations with people that you trust, you know, you have faith in, that they know what they're talking about as far as the type of kids that you want to bring into your program. From there, basically, you may get some video in. We just ended, you know, our biggest month of the year as far as recruiting, the July period. That's a month where you go out to all these places and like, you know, I spent 5 days in Las Vegas here a few weeks ago, and there was probably 10,000 kids out there. So you go to these, you know, places. You evaluate kids, you find out who are the right fits, and then basically you kind of go from there. Conversations with the kids, the parents, the you know, the coaches, and then eventually you get them in, you know, on your campus. So that's kind of the stage that we're in right now. We only have 1 scholarship in the 2015 class, so that's been, you know, a lot of people say that's nice, but you know,
you're loaded.
When you when you got 1, you're very, very picky,
right,
as far as which direction you want to go, position-wise and all that. So we've had a long summer. It's been good. We've been traveling a lot. So ready for school start. Get going with our team.
Well, let me jump in a minute for a question, because I like to back up a second. Everybody would like to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you grew up with a basketball in your hand and probably your dad cut it up in little pieces, or your mom did, and you ate it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So this is what you always wanted to do. But tell us about those times. Obviously now your life has gotten easier, or more what you'd like to be doing than when in the beginnings. There's a lot. You don't just jump into being able to be an assistant coach, you know, at a larger school. What were your earlier years like? You know, what'd you have to do all the time?
Well,
the grunt work, if you will.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. There's you know, you got to start at the bottom, you know, like you do in any profession.
Which means what? What'd you do when you first got in?
When I was, my first job was a graduate assistant at Western Illinois, which, you know, I worked for the guy I played for, worked with guys that now are head coaches, you know, at the Division I level, guys that, you know, I have a lot of respect for. But, you know, you get the work, you know, the video where you bring in, you know, video from other schools, just the work that graduate assistants and the entry guys get.
And then you got that first job.
I got that first job, and as you know, obviously Steve Ferris, you know, reminded me, you know, you got other duties. I was the head.
Forget about the volleyball.
I was the volleyball coach, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I taught 2 classes. I, you know, was doing a lot of different things, but, you know, that's basically, you know, you wear a lot of hats when you enter. And
so now you've stepped out of that realm, sort of like,
you know, now, you know, my jobs, you know, when I was at Idaho State, Eastern Illinois, and now at Evansville, I've been the recruiting coordinator, which I enjoy, organizing, making sure we're, you know, on the right guys, making sure we're organized with what we're doing. You know, obviously, everywhere I've been, I've coached the big men, which I enjoy. I feel a lot more comfortable with them versus guards. So you have your niches and what you do. And Coach Simmons, you know, the guy I work for now is awesome. Let you do a lot of things and bring your own ideas and put it into, you know, what you're doing on the floor. And so it's been very, very good.
He's got that Southern Illinois hospitality, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
They're nicer people down there.
Yeah, they're very nice.
But I can always remember. I always say you're the forgotten Alexander, you know, because, you know, Greg, he stole a lot of attention from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And rightfully so. He's a good ball player.
Yeah.
But I remember, man, you could go to the hoop. You'd line up out there and go to the hoop.
It had to be at the hoop. There wasn't much outside the.
Who would win one-on-one between you and Greg?
We
might have to find that out today.
No, that won't happen. But
how about one-on-one, a little game of 21, and I'll film it for our viewers.
How about one-on-one with no 3-pointers?
Oh, that's easy.
That's you.
There you go.
Yeah.
You back him down. You muscle him up.
That's easy.
Yeah,
Greg,
but what if you played a game?
I hope he's listening.
What if you played 21 though, and you threw him in? Does he score?
I just sat back and watch.
No, he doesn't score.
No, I didn't think so.
Well, if you take away the 3-pointer, I can't score.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking you're hitting that.
I was going to say, these guys tower.
You guys don't give me any respect.
You have little Rawlings marks all over the top of your forehead.
Yeah, I was a football player, dang it.
They laugh as you're shooting. They sit at the rim, wait for the ball to come to them.
Obviously, we'll give some
if it hits the rim.
Hey, obviously, we'll give some kudos
balls
to
that goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Right?
He's probably your greatest influence, but what about some other coaches you've had that have helped you along the way? Or maybe, you know, teachers or brother-in-laws, or
there's a lot of those. Profession-wise, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, a guy who's now kind of jumped up the ranks quickly is Brad Underwood, who's my closest friend in the business. You know, he's the head coach at Stephen F. Austin right now. They had a great year.
Made the tournament. Advanced in the tournament.
You know, had a big win versus VCU, and then got beat in the next round versus UCLA.
Which was a close game.
Yeah.
I mean,
so, you know, I'm very close. Talk with him daily. Joe O'Brien, learned a lot from him. Just basically the guys I've worked for, you know, it all stems from my dad. You know,
absolutely.
He's the groundwork and what my beliefs and all that.
And these guys, they watch basketball 24/7. Summertime, they get kind of antsy and got to find something to do because there's no basketball on. But during basketball season, I kid you not, you don't even know these teams playing, but they sit there and watch them. And it's just like, can we watch something else?
We threw a game on last night that was DVR, our Wichita State game. So we got some games in last night.
And they're always critiquing and looking for something new, and
you are,
it's crazy.
When you recruit, you're definitely recruiting a position. Or do you kind of go somewhere like Las Vegas, for instance? You go there and kind of go, hey, you know what? Now that kid's a junior.
Yeah,
you could use him in a year from now because he's just your best overall player.
Yeah. Well, you basically break it down. You got bigs, you've got guards, and then your best players. You know, and when you're kind of in between, you know, do we take a big? Do you take a guard? You end up going with just go get the best player. So, and we're still kind of in the deciding stages. That one scholarship, I've never been a part of a class that just had one, where you're very, very selective, you're very picky, you don't know which way to go, but we'll figure it out.
So
we'll get the right guy.
That'd actually be kind of tough, because injuries are going to happen.
No doubt.
You're hoping you're going to have that position filled, but man,
no doubt.
That's tough.
And you talk about bigs, they're very rare and hard to find.
They're very hard. They a lot of times the bigs are over recruited. Guys that would be good players at one level usually get recruited a level above. But we've been blessed. We've got 3 bigs, 3 5s right now on our roster. A junior that had a great year last year. Agidius was an all-league guy. Had a great summer this year. Expecting great things out of him. Then we've got a kid that's been with us for 2 years now, and then we brought in a 7-1 transfer from Nebraska that we really like. So he'll sit out this year, and so we've got size. We've got a lot of size on our roster.
You guys remember Willie Wiley, Springfield? He's with Evansville now.
Oh, really?
Willie, yeah, we signed him. Willie, after his career at Springfield High, spent 2 years at Vincennes Junior College and had great 2 years. Got better, changed his body. Last year was a JUCO, Division I JUCO All-American. Led his team to the national tournament. I think they finished third or fourth. But he's been with us since May. Unfortunately, during a pickup game, went up for a dunk, and one of our guys went to block it and came down on his wrist. So he's been out probably 6 weeks right now with a broken wrist, and had surgery to put a pin in it. But we're expecting good things out of him. He's an athletic forward that we needed as far as personnel, and something we didn't have with the size at that position. So we're excited for Willie.
So as you look at all those things, and obviously there's a lot of things to look at, mobility, athleticism, can you shoot, can you dribble, can you move? There's something you kind of look for and go, well, that kid can shoot, but boy, he can't get up and down the floor. Or, boy, he can get up and down the floor, but he can't shoot.
Right.
There's something you kind of does all depend on what
I think it starts with, when you go out and watch, you just basically get wowed by just their overall court presence. You see it, make a couple good passes. You see them, make a couple tough shots. But when you start picking them apart, when you're evaluating them, you look for, toughness. And that's a big thing with us. How tough are they when things get hard? How are they going to react, and how are they going to function? Playing hard is another necessity. If guys are have to be able to play hard. The intensity level goes up as you move up levels. At the Division I level, every possession is at a high level, especially in the Missouri Valley and the guys that we play. So there's a lot of components that you look at, and obviously being able to if you need a guard, we got to find guys that can make baskets and handle the ball and make passes, and so
for these younger kids out there that are listening, probably they're not even really up yet, but maybe they'll see us on the internet.
That's right.
They're up.
We already had this conversation.
We already had this.
How important is it for you to get a good nod from their head coach?
Oh, if we don't, it probably don't go any further.
So you want to repeat that for these younger kids? You need a nod from your head coach. You want to be coachable, right? You
have to be coachable, and if you're not, you're going to have a hard time playing at that next level.
Yeah, it's a big thing, being coachable.
Very much so.
All right, Geoff, well, thanks for stopping in with us this
You want to give a shout out to anybody? Any family out there? Who's your favorite brother-in-law?
You only got one. Come on.
Scott Kirby.
That's right. Wow.
Just checking on him.
He hesitated.
I'm telling you, he's moved around the world, so you couldn't come visit.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. It's been
all right. Well, you kind of fell off the face of the earth, and people like to kind of reconnect with the past,
and especially Stephen Ferris.
Well, yeah. He says you can't beat him in one-on-one.
We've heard a lot of things from Steve.
Steve, Geoff says he can take you, so I know you're listening. But we got to take a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up. Big sell, big deals going on here. Jake's, get on out here. He's itching to give stuff away. Well,
I'm giving it away.
Well,
now?
after they give you a check.
It keeps getting worse.
Well, it's like giving away, man. This is a good deal.
Close.
It's lined up out here.
I do need a recliner. My wife's been on me for that for a while.
There we go. Will you deliver to Evansville?
Hell yeah. Give me tickets. Give me tickets, and I'm delivering them. I'm bringing it down.
No brainer. All right, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web, WLCNonline.com. You can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, that's how we do it right there. Little karaoke. Good morning. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats outside of Jake's Furnishings. We got to go over these deals real quick. All day today.
All day.
Your choice of a select recliner in there, $199.
$199.
Big man's camo or a leather recliner, $399. Wow. Leather double reclining sofa, $499. And a wood chest drawer with a marble top looking top thing.
It's what we call a faux marble top.
Yeah.
So it's a wood chest of drawers with a faux marble top. I'm just thinking for the back to school kids, you know. Parents would like this, $200.
Wow. And that's just today, folks. So come on.
No, I'm not offering that any other day. It's today only.
Today only. You're here till 5? 3.
Till 5. Yeah, we'll stick around till 5.
Are you here till 5?
Heck no.
No, that's what I thought.
I mean,
holy cow.
The people don't want to see my mug. I'm eye candy, if anything.
You are eye candy.
Teresa is the salesperson. She will take care of everybody.
You know, that's not the only deals you have going on. I mean, you got good prices through.
Yeah, we've got deals on mattresses and everything. These are cheap seat only pricing. I'm not advertising this. I'm not putting it on Facebook. I'm not putting anything else. It's this show only.
They have to mention cheap seats.
Yeah, if you mention these prices, it came from the cheap seats.
That's right.
So.
Nice.
And if you say, I heard this on Cheap Seats, is that another 20% off or no?
You want the 20% for yourself.
What if you're a host on Cheap Seats? Is it 50% off?
That's the 5-finger discount.
Oh, my God. He's just going to start walking it out the back door at some point. Jake, is it theft if the police don't catch me?
That's just amazing how, you can do that. You know, that just doesn't happen. These deals are phenomenal.
Well,
you said you were going to do it last week.
I said I was going to do it, and I was going to come through. So
you came through.
Good day to buy furniture.
It is a good day.
Hey, we're at your place next week. What kind of deal are you going to have?
I'll have some insurance deals up there that, well, we can't mention them now. You'll have to be listening.
Yeah, be listening.
I'll have to be listening.
Stay tuned next week. We're going to have
maybe a cup of coffee.
And maybe
sponsored by Hampton Inn.
I'll have coffee, and the Hampton Inn will have it for us.
Yes. Speaking of Hampton Inn, once again, thanks for sponsoring.
Are we on Twitter?
We are on Twitter.
How the heck am I getting tweets? I don't do this stuff. How am I getting tweets on my phone?
Tweet?
No, I don't know. Somebody Lloyd Kirby connected me, and now I'm tweeting now.
He's a tweeter and a Facebooker.
What the heck is this?
If you want to follow us on Twitter, whatever you call it, it's at WLCNsports.com. Who takes care of that? Lloyd?
That's why I'm connected now. I am now part of the tweet world.
Lloyd, our cameraman Lloyd Kirby, he's
hashtag
bad bootylicious.
Hashtag.
Never understood that.
Hey, we'd also like to welcome a new sponsor to the Cheap Seats, the Lincoln Mission Mart, located at their new building at 119 North Sanguine Street in historic downtown Lincoln. We will be live at the Mission Mart once a month beginning August 30th. Once again, welcome aboard the Lincoln Mission Mart.
Really?
Boy, people are just jumping
guys, huh?
jumping on the bandwagon of the Cheap Seats.
Can you blame them?
Who wouldn't want to be a part of this show?
I don't know. You got to be crazy not to.
We're turning people away.
Real quick, the love deal going to Cleveland.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it since I'm a Bulls fan.
Yeah, I don't
think it's going to hurt them.
There's a lot of Kevin Love out there. Literally.
Is.
He played with a horrible Minnesota Timberwolves team.
Terrible.
Will he put up the same numbers? Because he's not going to be the main guy at Cleveland.
He effectively went from being Kevin Love to Chris Bosh.
To Kevin Haight.
He's not going to get the shots he once did.
Well, he's a phenomenal rebounder. He doesn't like to get on the perimeter and defend.
I was going to say, he's not a great defender. He is a great rebounder, both offensively and defensively. but I don't think he's a great defender.
Oh.
And I think this may, if you're a Bulls fan, I think it may be a good deal for the Bulls. I mean, the big market media has already jumped on the bandwagon, giving them the title.
No.
And I'm thinking the East is going to be too tough for them.
It's gonna take a while for them to gel. I mean, you don't just bring 3 superstars together, and obviously all 3 of them want the ball, and they want to score. It's going to take some time.
Everybody's a superstar,
but the Bulls have something Cleveland doesn't. One heck of a coach,
good coach,
Tibbs, and they just picked up Gasol. I love that move.
Gasol with Joakim on there as well.
The big question is Derrick Rose going to be healthy?
Derrick Rose healthy?
If he's healthy, and you got
plus you got other guys that can score now.
Yeah,
you also have
got
Taj
Butler,
Gibson.
you got Taj, you got Joakim, Gasol,
Doug McDermott, the kid from Spain.
Yeah,
they say he can fill it up the bucket. So
it's going to be interesting. And are we really talking NBA in August?
I'm telling you,
we should be talking football.
Football. Did it start last night?
Did.
You're wearing that hat. You're sporting it
the
proud
Bears,
too,
I
man.
tell you, it's kind of a love-hate situation. I love football, but I really don't care for preseason.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm right. I'm the same way.
I mean,
they should do away with
I was excited all day yesterday because the Bears are going to be on TV, which I missed the first 8 minutes of it. Thank you, Fox. Yeah, I was literally bent out of shape.
Did you see the end of the Rams game by any chance?
No,
and they were on Channel 23, and it was high def.
You know what? I watch a lot of football. In a strange situation at the end, the Rams were going to kick what would have been a 50-yard field goal to try to win it. So they needed no timeouts, and they needed to kill the clock. He threw the ball down, took snap. Davis took the ball, snap, threw it down, and then the officials came in and said, no, he actually backed up too far and slammed the ball down. It's intentional grounding. They ran 10 seconds off the clock and backed him up 10 yards, and he had to kick a 60-yard field goal, and he barely missed. But I was like, wow, what a strange ending.
Only in preseason. And, you get to kind of look at some of the other kids just to see what kind of backup they're going to be and what kind of athletes they are, and it's just, I don't know.
Well, if you listen to the,
I don't know in the first game. In the first game, you're getting to see a whole bunch of guys that are getting cut, in my opinion.
Right.
But.
And the couple guys I was kind of interested in is Adrian Wilson from the Cardinals. He played safety almost the whole second half. That could be a big key in that backfield.
He's a player, man.
He is a player, and he put a smacking on a player last night.
Yeah.
But is he going to be able to remain healthy and do that? And if he can, him playing free safety or strong safety, that could be that could be a spark for that defensive back, and we'll see. And some of the
playing McClellan.
McClellan, they got him an outside linebacker, that's where he should be. Well, he's going to probably, if he even makes a team, he'll play a lot of special teams.
That's what I was wondering.
They got the kid out of Florida State that they're really trying to coach up right now, Jones, big, lengthy linebacker, undrafted, free agent. They picked him up, and they're really concentrating with him on special teams. I watched him last night. He's long. Fast, and he can be a player.
So I went to the Arizona Cardinal training camp last Saturday.
Yeah?
Yep, spent the day.
Where at?
Around Arizona.
What, are you trying to rub it in?
No, I was just going to tell you. Went and watched them do all their drills.
We weren't even talking about it.
I'm making a prediction right now. The Cardinals are going to be the first NFL team to ever have a home Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl, and we're playing at home, my friend.
Wow.
Here come the Cardinals. Tell all your friends you heard it here first.
Dude.
There you go. Look at you guys. Look at me in chaos.
Really?
I'm just telling you.
Who's
the big
your
so wait a minute. You think they're going to finish one ahead of the Rams?
Absolutely. Hawks had too much success last year.
And then I think they won't finish.
49ers
I think they won't finish ahead of the Seahawks. You want that? But I don't think they'll be ahead of the 49ers.
49ers will blow up. Yeah.
They've got some injuries going on right now.
Yeah.
New stadium, Kaepernick can't keep it up. They're done.
They don't even have a running back.
You said that on radio?
You got to take it in the right direction.
Hashtag Lloyd's tweeting it now.
Oh, look at him. There he goes.
He's a tweeter. I hope that.
Hey, the Cardinals look good. We're having home Super Bowl.
Is that record button on? Because
he's put it on Twitter right now.
Joe Ryan.
Hashtag Joe Ryan. Joey Specials.
There you go, fellas.
Putting the
if you're in Vegas,
Cardinal,
get some money on
Put
them.
100 spot down.
I'll
on
be there
Cardinal.
next week.
It's got to be at least 30.
Oh, you got to put it on the big red.
Putting a hundo on the big red.
Yep.
The big red.
The Broncos will lose 2 in a row.
And as they're taking your money at the cash teller, they'll be saying thank you for your donation.
No, they won't. They'll say, you heard this from Joe Ryan, didn't you?
Yeah, because they know Joe.
They're watching this right now in those little booths.
Big red or put it all on black?
I go all black.
Yeah, I'm thinking all
The
black.
big red.
Black 15. All right, guys.
Hey, we love that stuff. That's
We
great.
do. Hey, what are your thoughts
demo
on
derby?
Javier Baez? Baez.
Baez.
I can't say. I'm a Cub fan. I can't say it.
He hit 2 dingers there today.
Yeah.
I think he is currently 4 for like 18
With 3 homers.
with 3 homers
Yeah, I like it.
and another run scored. So currently, what do you want? I mean, you want to be happy.
In between
this
two
is a Cub fan talking.
Next year's your year,
I get
man.
a guy. He has 3 home runs. They're all solo home runs. Can't do anything else.
He might be MVP
Can't
this
field. But you know what? Let's hang our hat on him. He's great. Could be the best player we've ever. It's Manny Ramirez.
Everybody needs something to look forward to.
And I'm looking
high
forward
hopes,
to it.
man.
I'm looking.
Next year's
nothing
year
wrong
for the
with that.
Cubs.
We got to get some. Anybody listener, you want to be a host on the show? That's a Cub fan. I need you. We got too many Cardinal fans right now.
I know.
At least I
don't want to host the show with somebody else.
At least I have to get Lloyd up here. He's a Philly fan. That kind of.
And a Buccaneers fan. Go Bucks!
Yeah, he's got the Buccaneers support, Lovie Smith supporter. But guys, we're 10 minutes over, and we're not paying you overtime, so we got to go.
Look at Jim's out of his chair now. He's upset because our checks are going up.
Hashtag
He's
close
like,
it.
Cut. No, but get on out to Jake's today. Great deal going on.
Well, run through them.
Run through them real quick.
Yeah.
Your choice of recliner, you got 3 or 4 to choose from.
Correct.
$199. Don't get that mistaken with the big man camo or leather for $399.
Yep.
Regular price $699. Leather double reclining sofa $499. Regular price $780. Wood chest drawers with marble looking top.
Faux marble top.
Faux marble top. It's like a Jokley, the fake
That's
Oakleys.
exactly
It's
right.
a fake marble. It's $200, regular $450.
Yep.
Anything
Get
else?
them a day only.
Today
only?
5 o'clock.
Cheap seats.
Cheap
seat special.
Cheap deal.
You got to make sure you
You know
tell
what?
your
I
employees.
think I'll do this every time we're at the store.
I think it's a good idea.
I'll do something. I'll do something like this every time we're at the store.
Every time.
I'll change it up. It won't be the same items, though, of course, because these will not be here.
They won't be here today. I doubt they're here by afternoon.
We're looking for that electric couch thing marked all down.
Oh, yeah?
Is that still sitting back there?
No.
Is that your house?
Wow, that's plush.
No, that thing it was plush.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
pretty
hit a button.
nice.
Oh, no. You got these buttons you push, and it changes your headrest.
Yeah,
it
I know.
changes
I
the
sat
back.
in it.
Fat guy's paradise.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
was here for like an hour.
Has the storage inside the arms.
I know. You remember you couldn't get rid of me? Or like, you got to go. I'm trying to sell this.
Loitering is an issue. So
Quit talking about Lloyd.
Just because I started snoring, you don't have to kick me out.
hashtag get out.
All right. Hey, we're at Joe Ryan Country Financial next weekend, and he's going to have some kind of deal.
We'll have
going
something
on.
special going on.
Yeah. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats.
I won't be here. Can I call in on that?
Yes, you can.
I'll
Long
call in
distance
from
fees do
Vegas.
apply.
As long as I'm not playing. I might be playing at that time.
And you are 2 hours behind, so you're going to get up at 7 and call.
You're not calling us. You'll
Oh,
be
I'll
getting
be- I'll
in
be
at
up.
7.
I won't be.
He
There
won't
will
sleep.
be no
Vegas,
talk.
There's no sleeping.
I
in
may
Vegas.
go to
I know.
bed around 5 in the afternoon
Where are you
for
staying
an hour and
at?
a half. I'm actually staying at 2 places while we're playing
Super
pool.
8 downtown Vegas.
While we're playing pool, I'm at Circus in the front tower, and then
Don't
after,
beat any kids up
after
over
the
there.
pool tournament, or probably Saturday and Sunday, I'll probably be at Harris.
I don't think he really knows. He might.
I'll be at Harris because the piano bar's there.
Oh.
I am going to effort on getting to play the piano this year.
He'll play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the piano.
YouTube that.
I'll break it down for him.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We got to go. Next week we're at Joe's, not Jake's. Joe's. Everybody's going to want to be here every week if you're giving deals. So
Yeah, I'm going to come up with some more deals for you guys next time.
we'll call them steals because they're not even really deals. All right. Thanks for tuning in. This was the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM and streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com.
Good day.